Yep, yep, yep. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And man, I'm starting a little later than usual tonight after a game because I was at the game. I went to the game. You know what I mean? Courtesy of my daughter, got me a nice birthday gift. I really appreciate that from her. You know what I'm saying? But the outcome is not what we expected at all. This was a very devastating loss, to say the least. And to watch it in person makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, extremely disappointed with this team right now. I cannot believe we lost to the Brooklyn Nets in the manner in which we lost with all the things that they have going on with them. You know what I'm saying? But understanding the Wizards and understanding the history, if you've been a Wizards fan for your life like I have been, these are the type of games that we lose. And we shouldn't, I mean, I'm not going to say we shouldn't be surprised, because to lose a game by 40 plus points at home to a team without a coach, without one of their best players, and without one of their supposedly, new additions that, came back after having a tough, season with Ben Simmons, with all he had going on. For us to lose the way that we did tonight was extremely disappointing. I mean, you cannot, the disgust that I have tonight, I'm disgusted. I mean, I'm going to go through the things I liked and disliked about tonight's game. You know what I mean? But really, man, it was all about heart and effort tonight. Like, we could go through the specifics about it, but ultimately it's about a lack of heart, a lack of effort, a lack of professionalism. I mean, this team right now, it's a joke. It's a joke how you lose like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to spend too much time on here tonight because I'm extremely upset. So we're just going to get right into it. There weren't really too many things that I liked tonight, man, but we're going to start with the few things that I try to find positive in this extremely ugly game. You know what I mean? And off jump, man, I felt that the offense was getting good shots early. You know what I mean? We were getting like 3-point shots. I felt we were getting a lot of good shots early. And I thought that this game was going to be better than it was. You know what I mean? So that's definitely one thing I did like about tonight's game. I thought early in the game we started playing through Porzingis, something that we were doing against Philly the other night. So I just felt that with the front court that the Nets have, we were going to have the same formula, trying to score in the paint, trying to start the offense through KP, and then get it to Bradley Beal, and then everybody else feeds it off of those two. You know what I mean? That's what we did against Philadelphia, and I anticipated the same thing was going to occur tonight. And initially, that's how they started, but that is not how it continued throughout the game. So I did like that. That was how it was how they started, was trying to go through KP, but they just didn't continue that. They just didn't, stick to the script, if you will. You know what I mean? So I was extremely disappointed that they didn't stick to the script, but they did try to go through KP, and I did like that. Bradley Beal, he was aggressive early in the game. He was the leading scorer with 20 points tonight. Again, we need more from Bradley. Bradley Beal is a $250 million man. You're supposed to be the best player on the team. 20 points, although you were the leading scorer, it's just not enough. Just not enough. With 3 rebounds, 3 assists. But he did start off aggressively, even though he was missing bunnies at times. The whole team was missing bunnies, easy shots that they're supposed to make. So, Kuzma, scored a little, assisted a little, rebounded a little. The things that we have been accustomed to seeing him do. Unfortunately, he didn't do it consistently enough, and he didn't play as well as I was hoping either. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal got hot in the second quarter, for a little bit. But that's about it. That's all I liked about tonight's game, honestly. It was an ugly performance. It was hard to find anything to like. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get to the things I disliked. Off jump, the Nets, they got whatever they wanted throughout the game. You know what I mean? Throughout the game, they got whatever they wanted. Easy shots, getting to the paint, hitting threes, mid-range game. I mean, whatever they wanted, they got tonight. You know what I'm saying? O'Neal, out of all players, he was the first player for the Nets to score 10-plus points in the first quarter at that. I looked up at the scoreboard at the game, and I couldn't believe that Royce O'Neal had 10 points. Like, it was so fast. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that a role player was able to score 10 points in the first quarter. That was an ominous sign right there of things to come throughout the evening. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that. KD then scored 10 points in the first quarter, and then he had a nasty cross-up, had Gafford on the ground, grasping for the wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had Gafford looking crazy out there, and again, another sign of what was to come. Just a terrible, terrible, terrible game, man. Terrible game. I definitely didn't like KD, got hot. He almost had a triple-double tonight. And the way, like, just being at the game, it's different being at the game, watching it live versus watching it on TV. I may have seen it better, you know, watching it on TV, but he almost had a triple-double, and I swear, like, although I saw him making shots, getting rebounds, getting assists, it just didn't feel like he was getting almost close to a triple-double until you actually look at the box score. You know what I'm saying? It was just ugly out there that he got it so effortlessly. You know what I mean? It was effortless to me the way that he almost had a triple-double tonight. So I definitely didn't like that. I felt we turned the ball over way too many times. We were sloppy with the ball. We were missing too many easy shots that we, as the team, as professional players, are supposed to make. I mean, all around, I just felt they didn't come out ready to play tonight, man. Bottom line, they didn't come out ready to play. The Nets went up double digits in the first quarter. Didn't like that. They ended the first quarter up 10. And then some dude, like, I was like watching the game and I just saw this dude I'd never seen before just getting tough layup after tough layup after tough layup. Closing, converting tough layups. And to find out it's a dude named Duke Jr. that I don't even know. I don't know him. But he was setting the tone for the Nets, getting easy shots at the basket. Although they were contested, he was finishing them. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that at all. We were missing way too many three-point shots, and our three-point defense was horrendous tonight. I felt in the second quarter, there was a stretch where the game got away from us, where Coach Unseld, I just felt he had Bill and KP on the bench way too long, like just way too long. And through that stretch, the Nets just went up on us even more. And by the time KP and Bill got back in the game, we were already down double digits. So I have to put that part of the loss on the coaching staff, Coach Unseld, for there was a moment where he had all three of the big three, Kuzma, Beal, and Porzingis, on the bench. And I thought he learned from previous games when he had all three players on the bench and we let the game go. I thought he learned that at least one of those players have to be on the floor at all times. And for him to have all three players on the bench at once, that's when the game got really ugly and got away from us, man. So I definitely didn't like that we had stretches in the game where none of the big three was. So I don't even want to call them the big three. They have to earn that name. They're just the best three players on the team. They're not a Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh type big three, KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen type. They're not on that level to be called a big three. I'm going to call them a medium three right now. You know what I'm saying? They're a medium three. Our medium three. But nonetheless, one of them has to be on the floor at all times. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I just felt that Coach Unseld had Bill and Porzingis specifically on the bench too long in the second quarter. And that's when the game got away. Well, it was already getting away from us. But it just multiplied the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that. No one outside of the big three. Look at the ticker. I only have Porzingis stats, Beal stats, and Kuzma stats on the ticker tonight because nobody else brought anything to the table tonight. Nobody played well tonight. And even those three, they're only on the ticker because they scored double digits, but I don't even think they played very well. Nobody played well tonight. Nobody played well tonight. You know what I mean? But outside of the big three, no one else had double digits. No one else was an impact. No one else was ready to play tonight. Nobody. Very disheartening, man. The Nets ended the first half on an 11-0 run. They were up 20 by the end. Well, they were up 19 by the end of the first half. And then to start the fourth quarter, they pushed the lead up to 19. And it was over from there. And then by the fourth quarter, we were down 40. I mean, that's about it, man. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? We emptied the bench early in the fourth quarter. It was over. There's really nothing else to say, man. Overall, man, those are the specifics of what I didn't like and why we lost the game. But ultimately, throw the stats out the window. Throw all of the specifics I mentioned out the window. Ultimately, I already mentioned it. It was about heart. It was about professionalism. I just felt this team saw what was going on with the Nets and thought they could just come in and just cruise to an easy victory. This is the NBA. All of these players are good. You know what I mean? And for them to come out the way they did, lose by 40 at home to a team that has a lot going on, this team, man, they got to get it together because on Sunday they're going to play against a Memphis team that always plays hungry. And if we go to Memphis with the type of effort that we displayed tonight, you might lose the game by 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost by 40 to a team that had nobody except KD, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not going to stay on here too long to talk much more about this. You know what I mean? It was a very disappointing loss, a gut check. This team has to look itself in the mirror, and they got to ask themselves, what type of team did they want to be? This is very, very disappointing, man. So really, man, that's all I got tonight, man. I don't really got much. My energy, after being excited to go to a home game, and for them to play the way they did tonight, man, very disheartening, man. Very disheartening, yo. So anyway, man, if you, I don't know how you could, well, if you just kind of enjoyed the content tonight, man, I really would appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter at Wizards Review. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as on the Xbox Series X and S on NBA 2K23, man. Hopefully they come with a better effort on Sunday and we have something better to talk about because tonight, man, was just very disappointing and I'm dejected, man. I'm just really like, my energy level, I was hyped and it just all went away and I'm just feeling like, I don't want to cuss, but I'm not feeling well right now. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, I just hope you guys could enjoy the night, man. Whatever you got to do to get your mind off of this terrible loss, do it. You know what I mean? But we're going to be right back here on Sunday, and hopefully they look themselves in the mirror and bounce back the way they bounced back against Philly on Wednesday after them getting demolished on Monday night. I'm hoping that we come out with a similar effort. We just play much better in Memphis on Sunday, man. So anyway, man, have a good evening. Take care until next time. Peace.